In this video, we're diving deep into Morgan Housel's best-selling book, The Psychology of Money, a book that doesn't teach you how to get rich quick, but instead, how to think smart, stay rich, and live well. So let's begin. Money is one of the most powerful forces in our lives, yet very few people truly understand it. In The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel challenges the traditional idea that financial success is purely about knowledge, math, or logic. Instead, he argues that it's rooted in behavior, how we think, feel, and act in moments of risk, greed, fear, and opportunity. This video will take you on a deep dive into the psychology behind wealth, greed, happiness, and decision-making through stories, real-life examples, and timeless principles that apply to anyone, regardless of their income level or background. We begin with the idea that doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are, and a lot to do with how you behave. In fact, some of the wealthiest people made their fortunes not by being geniuses, but by being consistent, patient, and emotionally intelligent. Housel uses the example of Ronald Read, a janitor who amassed $8 million by simply saving and investing quietly for decades. Contrast that with rich celebrities who went bankrupt due to lifestyle inflation. The lesson? Your financial behavior matters more than flashy intelligence or even high income. Another central idea is that everyone views money through their own unique lens, shaped by their upbringing, experiences, and the era they were born into. Someone who grew up in the Great Depression will naturally view saving and spending very differently from someone raised during a bull market. There is no right way to view money, only the perspective that works best for your life. Understanding this helps us judge others less and make wiser, more personal decisions. Housel also digs deep into the concept of luck and risk. Two people can make the exact same financial decision. One ends up a millionaire, the other goes broke. Was one smarter? Not necessarily. Luck and risk play far greater roles in finance than we like to admit. This means we should be humble when judging success, both ours and others. Bill Gates might have become the richest man in the world, but he was also one of the lucky few who had early access to a computer. That doesn't discredit his hard work, but it puts it in perspective. A powerful takeaway is the idea that getting wealthy and staying wealthy are two different skills. Getting wealthy requires risk, courage, and bold decisions. Staying wealthy demands frugality, humility, and paranoia. Think about how many people make millions only to lose it all. It's because they don't adapt their behavior once they've won. The game changes after you win, and survival becomes the new goal. Saving money, Housel argues, is the foundation of financial freedom. Not because you plan to buy something big, but because it gives you options, control over your time, and the ability to take risks. In America, where the bigger is better culture often encourages overspending, Housel's message hits hard. Wealth is what you don't see. A flashy car or giant house might impress others, but it doesn't reflect how much you've saved, invested, or grown financially. We also explore the importance of reasonable over rational decisions. Humans aren't computers. We don't always make purely rational choices, and that's okay. Sometimes it's smarter to make decisions that feel right emotionally, like paying off a low-interest loan for peace of mind. Personal finance is personal for a reason. Optimizing for happiness, not just money, is a message many Americans resonate with, especially in a world obsessed with numbers and data. One of the most fascinating chapters covers managing expectations. our expectations often grow faster than our income, which leads to dissatisfaction. A $70,000 income might have once felt like success, but when everyone around you is posting about luxury vacations and new Teslas, it suddenly feels small. Housel emphasizes the importance of keeping desires in check, because true wealth is the ability to wake up every day and say, "I have enough." Throughout the book, Housel tells gripping stories, from the silent power of compounding to Warren Buffett's timeline of wealth. Buffett made over 90% of his fortune after the age of 65. That's the power of time and patience. It's not about finding the next big stock. It's about being consistent for a very long time. This principle, though simple, is ignored by most people chasing quick wins. Housel also warns against the danger of constantly moving the goalpost. The moment you get a raise, you want a nicer house. When you get that, you crave a luxury car. If you never define enough, you'll always be running a race with no finish line. This insight is especially important in today's US culture, where social comparison, fueled by social media, is relentless. The book ends with the idea that money is a tool, not a goal. It can buy you comfort, security, and time. But beyond a certain point, more money doesn't lead to more happiness. Instead, it's how you use it that counts. Do you use it to buy back your time, to reduce stress, to help others? These are the deeper questions that matter. In closing, the psychology of money isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about our values, our habits, our fears, and our dreams. It's about how ordinary people can build extraordinary wealth by making smart, patient, and emotionally aware choices. Whether you're struggling financially or already successful, this book will shift the way you think about money, and maybe even your life. True wealth is not about having more. It's about needing less and understanding what really matters. Thank you.